Hey guys, it's Kate, and I thought I would come back again with my very first real palette ever. So dry and cracked, and but re-wet beautifully and the last time I used it. So I'm going to continue having fun with this palette, and I grabbed my giant quill brush, and I'm just going to go to town and make some marks and splotch down some color and just see where it goes. So let's get going on this some intuitive watercolor painting. I've got my water right back behind here, and I'm going to get this good and damp. And I've already moistened my palette, by the way, so I've got those kind of marinating away. This brush is great. It holds a ton of water. I got it online from Temu, and if you hear my Scampy girl in the background, sorry if she comes through on the mic. She's been wanting attention today. I'm just making sure my paper is damp. I'll tell you, just painting with water is pretty relaxing. This brush is really relaxing to use. And this is thirsty paper. I'm using cotton paper. It's B watercolor. I think I say that about every episode. I should just put it in my notes at the bottom of the video. But I really love it. It's been fun to use and play with, and I've been experimenting with some other papers too, but as far as cost effectiveness for a cotton paper, I don't think it can be beat. Although I know there's some other papers that have come on the market that I'd like to try, so there might be some more papers coming up in the future. All right, I'm pretty damp, and I'm just delaying the inevitable of putting color on the paper. So let's go. Now, you can see some of my old favorites. This one is rose. We've got mauve, and we've got deep green, and also this Prussian blue. I think I'm actually going to go into that Prussian blue and just get it in all up in this brush. And get it nice and saturated. Look at that color. Isn't that something? And this brush will just keep going and going. But it's such a nice color. And I'm just gonna get some more water, get it in here. The paint is so dry, but has re-wet really nicely. And I think I'm going to use a lot of this blue. And kind of dab it in there, get some paint flowing. Just like that. All right, giving my brush a rinse. And let's go in with another color. What do we want to use? Let's see. Well, could go into my favorites. My old favorites. You ever notice if you do watercolor, I mean, at least me, I have just these constant favorites I tend to always dip into. And it's almost like if I get a palette with, 40 colors, it almost seems like a waste because I don't use them. Or if I do, just not enough. Look at that mixed with the blue. That's a nice dark purple. I like it. I'm going to do some more of that over here. All right. And drop it right in here and let that really darken. And I might even come in with just a touch of this black and darken it up some more. And just let that water work. This brush holds a ton of water. I think I'm gonna pick up just a little bit of that black and go back in with some more mauve. Yeah, I like that better. And some more blue. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. Okay, let's see. Let's go in. Surprise, surprise, with the yellow ochre, one of my go-tos, I think, in just about every video that I do. Now I'm being easy with it because I don't want it to go too much in everything, but let's just see. It's okay if it, sometimes I embrace a slight amount of mud just because it adds a little bit of neutral kind of visual interest, but just a little. Maybe like that. And I'll add it in one more area. Nice. Now I'm going to go back into this Prussian blue. I'm going to do a couple of marks just like that. Let's put one right over here. And right here. Yes. You know what? How about just like that? I'm going to go back into this mauve and just add a little bit down here. And here. And maybe right here. I I think when I do my doodles, I may actually do a little of this. And that's almost like some kind of moody landscape. I like it. These could be anything, but we'll see. We're gonna do some doodles after this dries. So I will see you guys in really a snap of a finger, but for me much longer. See you soon. Okay, so I'm back and we're dry here, and I really like how this turned out dried. I like the yellow, how all the colors kind of went together. I went pretty bold with the colors on this one, and I like these lines. I just keep getting the feeling from this one that it's almost like there's a path kind of winding up through the painting, and then these could be some kind of, I don't know, tree or cactus or anything like that, something just kind of growing out of the landscape. So I think I'm gonna kind of run with that a bit and do some little doodles to kind of, I don't know, make it look like the way I see in my head. So I'm breaking out the white pen and I'm gonna start on the path. And I think what I'm gonna do is just kind of do some outline of it and just kind of go from there. I might try to do some pebbles or something like that. And then we'll just have some fun with it. Hopefully you have gotten some of your things out and you're kind of doodling or painting along with me today. I'm going to put in maybe what could be some little rocks. And I'm not getting, overly detailed, but just putting in some what could be some rocks. And maybe I'll do this one kind of coming out of the path, maybe. And over here. And I'm kind of alternating the sizes and shapes. Maybe add some little ones here and there. And maybe a big one here and here. And maybe here, kind of peeking out from behind this. I like how this is going so far. I'm going to do a little one right here. Like that. That ain't too shabby. How's about that? It's interesting. I do like the doodles. They're pretty fun. I don't, even if it doesn't come across as pebbles, I see it in my mind. So, but if you're not into the pebbles, it's definitely interesting mark making for sure. I think next I'm going to do a little outline on these, and maybe I will just go ahead and turn them into little cactuses. So let's see how it goes. So I'm just gonna do a loose outline, and you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and go over it a couple of times just to give it sort of a sketchy look. And I like how this pen writes. It's been pretty nice. I got it recently and I've been kind of trying it out. I've been using the Jelly Roll pen, and I think this one has a little bit better coverage. The Jelly Roll is sometimes disappointing when you're trying to find that opaque white, but I enjoy using this. Like that. Maybe instead of trying to do needles, I'll do my favorite dots. Just like this. That blue gets so nice and dark. I'm really happy with the palette. Blues and greens tend to be my favorite colors, but I've been enjoying some reds and oranges lately as well, and just trying to get out of my comfort zone a little bit. But I definitely have favorites that I gravitate to. And yellow ochre, I don't know why, it's just the best yellow. It really is. Do you have favorites that you tend to gravitate to when you're doing paintings? I like that. Okay. I think I'm going to be done with the white. Let's see what else I've got over here. I've got this pink Posca pen, and it actually is a shimmery color. So I might try to put a little of this in here too. Let's see. Maybe I'll put just some simple lines in. And I'm kind of going over the purple area, and it's not really showing up color-wise, but I'm going to lift this up, and it's just got a really nice little shimmer to it. You can see that there. And so when you're looking at it in person, it's pretty neat. And you know what? I'm going to take some of this out. Soften up that border a little bit, and you can see them better that way too. Nice. And I might just come right out here, just like that. Now this is pretty heavy on this side of the page, so I'm going to add a little in this yellow. And come right out the side. And maybe a few over here. Like that. Okay. That looks pretty good to me. Do I want more, or do I say this is good? I don't know. I think it looks pretty good. And I don't think I actually want to add black to this one just because there's so much dark in it already. I like the white and the light colors to contrast. So I think we're going to call this one done. I hope you enjoyed sitting with me and watching or working on your own project. And until next time, keep creating.